Hey guys, it's me, it's Rob, and welcome to the last episode and the inside look at this big park and the last section here with Carnivore Country. And when this episode is here released, the park will also be available to download on nextmods.com. And I will offer two versions, one with dinosaurs, and don't worry, everything is in the mod list, and one without dinosaurs. And I actually wanted to release this episode a little bit way earlier, but private reasons prevented me from doing this, so and I only found the time now to start recording again now, just to the holidays. And I can already say also, I wish you a belated Merry Christmas. And I hope you had a great holidays and a really good time, even also for the people who don't celebrate or don't like Christmas in principle. But I think what we all like is dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 2. And it is why it is a special pleasure for me to show you the final episode and a much more detailed look at Carnivore Country. And I show you also here some beauty shots in the background at the beginning, and so I can talk about pointless things, and then we'll go into the real-time part after this, and then I show you everything more in detail. And by the way, I will certainly see it, you can see it in the recordings. My gaming is getting so slow or very shaky and wobbly, also with the objects, and it looks so sometimes so weird. And it's also very difficult to record the last section with dinosaurs and guests they're walking around here. And please forgive me for the slightly worse recordings here at this point, but I think my save file and so on is too big and too full of objects and things. And I want to talk about also here a few other things in advance, and I've noticed that in the last few weeks our beloved game is coming to an end. Yeah, so I think. Also, there are still enough people who enjoy this game again, like me and you, but you can see it in various places in social medias, for example Discord or YouTube, that the interest in Jurassic World Evolution is waning. And on the other hand, some people are starting also to modding and exploring the game in a completely new way and enjoy the new possibilities and so on. Unfortunately, we don't know when the third version will be released and whether we'll be lucky next year, so I hope. And on the other hand, I think it's quite good if the developers take their time and give us a relatively good game. And I don't want a half version of Jurassic World Evolution 3. And I don't like receiving unfinished products. And I think we have to expect a mix of everything. There are a lot of videos and theories here on YouTube and a long list of wishes and hopes for Jurassic World 3. But yeah, I would like to warn you at this point. We set our expectation too high and have to put a little more down, otherwise we will definitely be disappointed, and we should really be surprised by what is officially confirmed in the first trailer and the first official announcements, and then we have more informations about that. And I've also been thinking for a few weeks about what the improvements could be to make it definitely different to Jurassic World Evolution 2. And yeah, it's exciting. We don't know what is coming, but yeah, we hope for the best. And there's also a lot of people who are very excited to see if the game will be similar to Prehistoric Kingdom, aka modular system building and so on. And yeah, I tested also a little bit the last weeks and months for myself, my private time, Prehistoric Kingdom, and I'm very happy with the graphics and the foliage and the system, and yeah. And I have no problem if here front here given us a much larger selection of plants and bushes and trees, and better options for designing and painting the terrain would be also great, and that's totally my thing. That's my taste. A better environment, which better arrangements, and we have more plants. Yeah, that's my biggest wish. And I hope that no modular building system is integrated in Jurassic World Evolution 3. but we can customizing the most things so that we enjoy the game again. And I think this game thrives on the fact that we are not supposed to build an entrance or a restaurant from scratch, but can adapt the building afterwards so that they fit better visually with our park and our project. But yeah, I think it's complicated with Universal Studios. So, and as I understand it, everything has to be approved by Universal, and on the other hand, there is the question of how much money and employees the company, also Frontier, has to expand the game in a pleasant direction for us. And now comes the transition to what I actually want to get here to talking about with the topic of mods. And I believe that the company is what the fans want. I can imagine that some of these interesting mods on Nexus Mods are also inspiring for Jurassic World Evolution 3. So I hope. And I could now talk about further speculation about what people want, or what I personally want for Jurassic World Evolution 3, but as I said, I would like to focus briefly on the topic of mods. Modifications are primarily improvements and corrections to the vanilla game. That was my starting point over 2 years ago when I started more intense with modifications, and I don't want to be limited by hitboxes when I design something and want to create guest areas or fantastic enclosures. And I don't think there should be any restrictions here for us when we build a park, nice habitats and so on. And there are many different modifications, and I think there is something for everyone. For example, if someone likes different designs for dinosaurs or completely new species, there's a lot to discover on Nexus Mods website. And if someone would rather edit terrain better or have better selection with foliage, then there are the right modifications for that too. If you mod this game, that doesn't mean that you have to use all the mods. Please only choose those modifications that are important to you so that you can continue to enjoy this game. And using modification doesn't mean you're giving the game away. You are not a betrayer. That's why this friendly reminder is for you. So be open for mods when you're playing on PC or and so on. So what's important to you and what you like to see improved for the game, then download the most important mods and rediscover the game. There are so many beautiful decorative objects too on the website, but there are also many mods that are a little bit questionable or perhaps not so visually appealing, but that's all a matter of your personal taste. What do you like or you don't like? And I have tried out a lot of mods myself over the last 2 years and have actually found my own style so in Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I think I already said in the first episode that is my last huge project here, and that after then I start only smaller and more manageable project and ideas for the future. But I also noticed that I reached a point where I've already built and tried out so much that my content on my channel will be a little bit more reduced. That doesn't mean that nothing will be coming now. Don't worry, there is 1 or 2 other projects in the background still running. But I'm trying to say that the content is simply being reduced and not every week or so is a video coming out. And I think most people can understand that very well or feel the same. But so then let's switch into the real-time part, and sorry for the long introduction talk here from me. And so we hop on into the game and take a closer look. Alright, then welcome to the starting point of the Hyperloop station. And we are greeted here by various dinosaur statues and get a taste of which carnivores live here in the Carnivore Country. And behind here is the large arena, and I have divided this arena into 3 enclosures for 3 species of the Tyrannosaurus. We have the Albertosaurus, the Tyrannosaurus itself, and the Janzusaurus. And the guests have the opportunity to watch these animals from the spectator stands, or only I say here stands, or through the glass panes or the official viewing galleries. And so we have the opportunity to watch the carnivores in different places and perspectives, here different perspectives, and I like this mix that you can enjoy these different perspectives and you can observe the dinosaurs. And as we can see from up here, the large arena is divided into 3 enclosures, as said, and here in the middle we have the Tyrannosaurus. This is my green reindeer. Hi. She lives alone here. Sorry for that. You haven't a mate. Sorry, but yeah. This arena here, this arena item here, is a prefab building from the mod from the Indominus Rex mod from Nexus. And I'm very sorry that there is so little space in this enclosure, and normally I would always build much larger enclosures for the dinosaurs, but in this case it is unfortunately the way it is. Yeah. I always think that the Tyrannosaurus kingdom, also in Jurassic World, in Isla Nublar or on Isla Nublar, is also much too small for the Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, then you can see that I have covered the parts of the arena so that it doesn't look completely open here with the roof. Unfortunately, the animals can't walk underneath it, but it's not because of the mesh fence here, of the roof here, but because of the concrete item, as you can see it here. And yeah, I think that that part of the arena is covered, so I think it looks a little bit better with this half roof here. And the enclosures themselves are not specially designed and it has a very large and high concrete rows. So in contrast, I have planted the enclosures very lushly and densely. In each enclosure we also find a cave where the animals could theoretically lay down, but of course they can't. It's just a feature just for fun. And yeah, the guests have the option of using the stands here from all the sides to view these large impressive carnivores. And yeah, and over here we have the official access for the employees so that they can enter each enclosure through a large gate. And from myself here, I'm not happy with the version I designed because I didn't give much thought to. I have no idea how I should design this employee area right up until the end here. I admit that I'm not happy, and I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who could definitely build it better with mods. And yeah, it is what it is. That's why I don't want to have a modular building system in Jurassic World 3. But yeah, problems with buildings like this here, individual items, yeah, this is not my thing here. So sometimes I do it well, and sometimes I don't. Like in this case here. But it's also important to address and show such points, and I want you to know that I'm not happy with some things in my park either. But yeah, let's go back to the entrance, and here the guests have the option to go to the right and the left side, and all the paths leads around this area. And let's go to the right, and then you can see again that we have these glass panes on the left where you can look into this habitat, and we can see the Albertosaurus. And here we can also look into his cave, and I think that's a cute feature, and I hope that we might get things like that in Jurassic World Evolution 3 too. Yo, already. Then in the opposite we have another enclosure for the Torvosaurus, and it's open and simply designed, and the guest can look over the fence into the enclosure and have an open and clear view. And there were also lots of places here to sit here, and I've also built here, as you can see, the control center beside this enclosure. And this section, also the Carnivore Country section in total, is controlled 24/7 by the employees from here. And so this control center is not just intended only for the Torvosaurus, it is in general for the complete Carnivore Country. Yeah, Then let's continue along the path around the arena, and then here are a few more amenities for the guest and area. Also here with a large fountain and a lake where we have water lilies and some water features. And I think it's also very important in a themed area like this with so many carnivores and so much adrenaline and thrill factor and so on, that we have a few corners where the guest can relax a little bit. And if we walk up here, this path, we come to the next stand, and I've repurposed this security shelter here as an entrance for the stand. Then let's continue along here the path, and then we go back down a little bit. And as you can see here, I like these cutouts in the path. And I think cutouts from time to time are very important. And this is the way you can plant it, put different garden elements and trees and bushes and flowers and so on, or other decorations in these cutouts, and break up the large paths in terms of appearance. And I think it's important. So, and I'm sorry, I'm rushing through here, but we haven't enough time to see all the things here too long, and I also don't want to the episode is to be too long. Although I already feel like the episode is too long for now, sorry. But yeah, it's the last episode, and I think some minutes more, it's okay. And over here we find the next high security prison, the high security enclosure for the Utahraptor. And this entire enclosure is fenced in, is electrified, so that the animals cannot simply climb or jump over the walls. And over here, at the large entrance gate, we also find a small control center, especially for the raptors. And we know that they are very intelligent animals, and they find every gap in the security system, and so it's important that we have 24/7 security staff here, and so on. Yeah. But I put a control center also here on the roof of the gate, and so that the employees can always see into the enclosure very, very well. But there are also various security cameras everywhere. And back here we find more viewing galleries that are raised here and can be reached via a ramp. And this area is currently being retained, but will later be accessible for VIP guests. Overall, I have thought about a few things for the future of Carnivore Country, and the background story is that a lot of things are still being redesigned, and that we can still find various construction sites here overall, and many of the enclosures are not yet finished, and there will be other interesting dinosaurs are coming in the future, like the Baryonyx and the Spinosaurus and so on, or other dinosaurs, I don't know, but some other nice carnivores. And there will be then various opportunities for the VIP guests to take a look behind the scenes, and to look behind the scenes with zookeepers or other employees, and also to visit the Butcher's shop. Can I say that? So here, this big main hall here. And here the guests can find out how the production facilities work, and how the meat is processed, and what the dinosaurs eat and so on. Actually wanted to integrate this concept into all four corners, but I admit that it was too much work for me, and I'm glad that I planned it only for this section. And this is exactly the touch of realism that I want. And I also set apart such different areas in a park, and I like this idea here. And why not? We have a big butcher's shop or butcher's hall, and this is the behind the scenes area, and so you can see what are eating the dinosaurs and so on, and how much meat need the dinosaur and so on. I think you know what I mean here. And so the facility area and background area for the staff and so on, and yeah, I like it here, so how it looks. And I know I want okay, then we go back again, and over here we find a larger area for the guest with various amenities and attractions. And here the path splits off in different directions, and over here you come back around the arena. We had a raised path back to the entrance to the Hyperloop. And by the way, I also like the plants and the mix of all the different bushes and trees here. And yeah, I like this erased path here a lot. And over here we have also a few accommodation options for the guest, and they can check in one of these 2 hotels and spend a few nights in Carnivore Country. And you can hear and see, we have some glimpse moments on the rooftop here from the hotel. I like this. I like the idea. You have accommodation in the near of the enclosure and so on. I like it. That's cool. So over here we find the 3 enclosures. They are very densely planted and it's very foresty here for those smaller carnivores. My background story is that the carnivores need a lot to feel comfortable, need a lot of forest, to feel comfortable, and the guests can see the feeding station here through glass panes and watch the animals when they're eating. Otherwise, the style of the building and the habitats here and so on, the design and the section changed here, and I really like it. This new contrast with the self-made fences here, with the wire mesh fence in combination with the concrete barrier to build a customized, some more modular system fence here. But I like this look, and so you haven't the complete opportunity to see the dinosaur from every perspective, only here from this glass panes. I think that's still enough for this smaller carnivores. Yeah, and these carnivores are a little bit more shy and need more forest for hiding and so on. Yeah, because why not? So along these fences we see various other buildings, and there are the buildings for the zookeepers and employees, and this is served for access to the habitat. And I also find this touch of realism very nice, and it reminds me very much Arbor Zoo. Yeah, and this area is interrupted again with different areas where security personnel are standing, and the guests can currently look at these smaller carnivores, but cannot go any further because the rest of the Carnivore Country is still under construction. And the idea is that 2 larger enclosures will be built here, around here, and here at the back we can see another Hyperloop station. And the plan is that a very big attraction is planned here with the Jurassic Tour. Now, here's some important information for you. I've actually already finished building the Jurassic Tour in Assesafer, and it is a very big and swampy landscape with lots of water and fog, and here then you can look a lot of special dinosaurs informed from a safari via the tour truck. But because of my FPS performance and frames and so on, I haven't built this area to finish. I have it, but not in this showcase here. I'm also thinking about uploading both versions to Nexus. Then I have 2 save files for now, where I finished building the Jurassic Tour since the last 4 weeks. But in this video I'm showing you the first version, where I left this area as a construction site, also with the swampy area here. And I've planned for the future that the Baryonyx, Spinosaurus and Deinosuchus will be live here in this area. And yeah, that's why I didn't show this part of the park in the Battle of the Builders contest video. I've been working on this attraction in my private time after the contest the last few weeks and tried to finish building this attraction step by step, but it was a pure pain. My game crashed so many times and I tried many times and again, it was so, it's so annoying. And yeah, here you can see another thing. I planned here another area here for the Deinosuchus. This is the Hellfire Lake. It's another lettering banner that was so for the future idea, but yeah, still everything is under construction here. And yeah, by the way, I don't think it's a bad thing if we don't finish everything in the park and leave a few things behind. And the whole area still needs more terraforming so that the tour trucks can drive properly through the landscape, and enclosures all need to be designed so that they are safe enough and the dinosaurs cannot break out. And that's the background story here, as I said, which is why the guests can't currently visit a part of this park here and enjoy the attractions. But as I said, I will publish these 2 versions on Nexus, once with the save file what I have able to show at the time where was the contest, and the second save file is done with the finished result with the tour truck, and yeah, why not? So okay. Here you can see we have here the Hyperloops station and the amenities, but they're all still closed. And yeah, the performing will take a little while here to terraform this area here, and we hope for the next year the big attraction will be released and the guests can see this swampy area via the tour trucks. And yeah, that's my background story here for this. And but I like this unfinished touch of my Four Horizons park a lot. I think it's a realistic feel for me too, and something big is coming but not still finished, and I think that's very, very realistic. Okay. Yeah, so what I can say again. So I would never build such a big project, a big park on so a big map again. This was my last big huge project here. And my future projects will definitely be smaller and maybe even limited to the size of a section here. What you can see, I think this section have a nice size and still enough for future ideas to build something like nice themed areas or something like that. I think for the future that's still enough for me and manageable for me. And yeah, so I can more work in great in detail, and the game is not so crashed so often. Yeah. Okay, but I don't have to worry about the game crashing so often. I mean, in the future when I build on a smaller place. So yeah, okay, yeah. So and I have also to admit I already have 1 or 2 projects running in the background, and I'm definitely looking forward to show it here on my channel. But this is part of 2025. And I hope you enjoyed the last section and you enjoyed Carnivore Country, and please let me know it in a comment what for part of the section do you like, or which carnivore do you like more or prefer doing more, and so on. And guys, thank you for watching, and I wish you have a great time again and a happy new year. Take care of yourself and your friends and your family, and I look forward to seeing you in 2025 with the next videos and projects and so on. And thank you for watching, and thank you for all your kindness and your comments and your likes. You helped me so much with this, and thank you for all. Stay tuned And on this point, I say bye-bye to you, and we see us very soon.